on, guys? It's your boy Zipski, and I'm going to talk to you today about this Pokemon right here, Cryogonal. Now, why? Why Cryogonal? Well, you see, I think I've stumbled upon a hidden tech with Cryogonal. Now, if you want to see this hidden tech, make sure you leave a like down below and a comment about what you think this may be. And if you've done that, you can go into the rest of the video. And if not, you still can enjoy it. But let's go ahead and get into everything. So, Cryogonal has some interesting things going for it. Specifically, this is what came into mind. This one-hit KO move right here. Sheer Cold. Now, what does that do exactly? It has a 30% chance to completely knock somebody out. And that's crazy. Dondozo runs Fisher. So Pokemon like to run one-hit KO moves. They are just not. They are, you know, you can't rely on them too often. But the thing about Sheer Cold is that it is an ice type, meaning it can hit every kind of Pokemon to exist. No Pokemon is immune to ice. That being said, boom, you land it, you take them out, which is great. So you can run some shenanigans like skill swap no guard into Sheer Cold. You know, you can run something like that. But also something to keep in mind, Levitate. You are immune to ground moves. So if you wanted to, let's say you could become Steel, you're immune to ground. You can become Fire, you're immune to ground. You take out one of your weaknesses, and it's great. You also get Freeze Dry, which is really good because it's super effective to flying types and anything that's weak to ice. Also, the water type. So Pelipper, bam, that's gone. Palfin, bam, that's almost gone because Palfin's really strong. But this snowflake can pack quite a punch. It's got base 95, which is not the highest, but with some investment, it's not too shabby. Plus, Icy Wind, that's speed control. It hits both targets. Super effective to Murkrow, super effective to Hydreigon and Garchomp before, you know, they terastallize. Like, you have some decent options here. And look at this, it gets Haze. Oh crap, a Dondozo, I can't take it out by myself. You Haze. You get rid of the stat changes. Most Dondozos are slower. You can run that speed investment. Haze. It's right here. It's the snowflake. Next, Ice Shard. You got that priority. Chilling Water. Lower their attack. You got Recover to live longer and Bind if you want to pair it up with Perish Song. Nobody's gonna expect Bind on Cryogonal. What does it even bind you with? It's little whiskers? Like, Bind's not a bad move to keep in mind for this because of Perish Song strategies. You can do Bind, Perish Song, like somebody else can run Perish Song. Because there are some good Perish Song users. Azumarill is one of the great ones. I know that. Altaria, maybe. It does have Will-O-Wisp now. But you have some options here. So never forget about those. And here's some interesting ones. Terra Blast Ground could be kind of strong. It hits a lot in the format. You can do Terra Water as well. He also gets access to Water Pulse if you don't want to have to rely on Terra. Because if you don't have a Terra type, it's just normal. So that's obviously not good. And it also gets access to both screens, Reflect and Light Screen. Being fast is going to be one of the fastest screen setters. I'm trying to think. Maybe besides, you know, like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Pokemon that are available in the format that could outspeed it. I'm not going to. you know? Reflect and light screen. It's just something to think about. Obviously, you don't have to think about it too much. But if you want to see an example of how this team could potentially work, this is a very bad example, but still is an example. So he sends his Murkrow Annihilate, which is, pretty common. I'm running this team. You might see it in tomorrow's video, but I've got to fine tune it before I get it out. But Mousehold, Friend Guard. Here, I'll show you the team preview that I currently have. So you have Dondozo here, Tatsugiri here, Cryogonal here, Sheer Cold, Icy Wind, Haze, and Freeze Dry because it's just a support. Mousehold, Friend Guard, Volcarona, Tailwind. This is new, so you can get that speed control if you want to. Rage Powder, etc., and Goldango. But yeah, there's that. So, anyways, the idea here was to Sheer Cold and to try to take out the Murkrow after I taunt it because I didn't want it setting up anything else. Sheer Cold misses, which happens. Hurricane here, plus a Drain Punch here, takes him out. Sheer Cold misses. Honestly, a little unfortunate. I Rage Powder because I don't want them hitting the Cryogonal because I want to get off the Sheer Cold. That helps a good amount. I do get the Icy Wind, which I didn't think about the... you gotta think about the Defiant here. He also could have Vital Spirit, so he's not able to fall asleep. That was pretty much the other thing that he would run. We do this here. Sheer Cold misses again. I know, unfortunate, but he misses his Hurricane. Sheer Cold hits. In this right here is where the game turns. This is what you'll see. Heat Wave just to get some things on there, and a Hurricane. It's not too bad for him, but I Rage Powder because I want to be the one that's hit. I didn't think about Earthquake. But in case if he's trying to go for somebody else, then I slow him down. But Murkrow is so slow now to where he's not going to be able to do much. I Protect here because I know the Earthquake's there. I go for, I believe, Icy Wind, which takes out the Murkrow, which I was wanting to hit both, which is kind of unfortunate, but he has the Kosar, so they're both slow, which is great. I go down here. I get down to here, and then that takes it out. If I did not take out the Annihilate with Sheer Cold, I would have lost that game easily. But Goldango is really good. Speed Control is really good. And Cryogonal, this little snowflake, might be the hidden tech that you want. It's got Sheer Cold. It's got Haze. It's got Freeze Dry. It's got things going for it. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. So, this is interesting. Obviously, he gets Anger Point. If you get, with Anger Point, if you get critted, you raise your attack to the max. What does he have? He's one of the few Frost Breath users that are in the game. Always results in a crit. With the AV, you are not, and pretty good HP. You are not taking a whole lot in this. So, you take the crit, and especially under Trick Room or whatever, you are the slowest thing there. You are just gonna make sure you take out anything and everything in sight. It is great. But that's all I have for today. Think about Cryogonal, you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one. Deuces.